Hello, everyone. My name is Jennifer Ellsworth. I am a web designer and mom, and today we are going to be talking about your survival guide to conquering motherhood and business. I have been conquering being a mom and being a business owner for over a year now, and I'm going to share with you guys my tips to get through it with all of your sanity. So, a little background, I started my business right after I had my daughter a year ago. And I knew I always wanted to be able to work from home. Knew I always wanted that flexibility, and I knew I wanted to be home with my kids. And web design has really given me the ability to do so. However, I was navigating being a new mom while also navigating being a new business owner, and that can come with its own struggles and its own triumphs. So, today I'm going to share with you guys my tips to conquering motherhood and being a business owner. So, let's go ahead and get right into it. So, my first tip is to recognize and respect the season you are in. Your child's needs are going to vary a lot throughout different seasons of their life. There's going to be seasons where you get more sleep and less sleep. There's going to be seasons where your child needs all of your attention. And then there's going to be seasons where your kid is perfectly fine playing independently by themselves. And it can be really hard to navigate these seasons. And we need to realize to respect the season that we are in. I was in a difficult season not too long ago when my daughter was around 8 to 12 months of age. She would not nap on her own, she would not fall asleep on her own. So I would have to rock her to sleep for every nap and every bedtime, and then she would only stay asleep for 30 minutes. So that was a really rough season for us. And now that she is 16 months old, we are in a great season where she can independently sleep and independently put herself down for a nap. So, as you can imagine, during that season, I didn't get a lot of work done because my day was consumed with rocking my child to sleep. I am happy to say that those days are over, but I definitely had to learn to respect the season I was in, that doesn't last forever, and you just have to go with the flows and get what work done you can when you can do it. And a lot of times for me in that season, that was working early in the mornings before she woke up, or even late at night after she had finally gone to bed. So respect the season you're in. Know it is not going to last forever, and just go with the flow. The second tip I'm going to give you guys today is going to be to ditch the unrealistic expectations. Now, if you've been a mom for a while, I'm sure your expectations are much more realistic than some of us who started our business and was a new mom straight out of the gate, like myself. Like I said, I was navigating being a new mom and I was navigating being a business owner. My expectations were not correct. Now, this especially translate if you are used to being in the corporate world. So if you come to home and you're expecting to get 40 hours of work done a week while taking care of your baby, I want to encourage you to really change your mindset and expectation around that because, mama, you are going to hit a wall and experience burnout very quickly. It's just unrealistic to full time take care of both. So, what is realistic? It really depends on you and it depends on your kid's age. Going back to what we said before, you're going to go through different seasons. What's realistic in one season is going to be completely different than what is realistic in another season. For me, realistic right now is 1 to 2 hours a day. Back when my daughter was 8 to 12 months old, that was maybe 30 minutes a day. So go with the flow, mama. Ditch the unrealistic expectations. The third tip we're going to dive in today is perfection can be your own worst enemy. And I know that I have been guilty of this as well. And what I mean by this is if you have grown accustomed to not working until all the chores are done or until your home is up to your cleanliness expectations, you will more than likely never get any work done. And you need to be okay with some clothes being on your floor, your countertops being a little messy. Now, what I don't want you to hear me say is to ditch all of your expectations and not have a care in the world about your home because our environment does affect our mindset. So you can have standards for the way that your home looks. I know I do. However, have systems and routines that help you easily manage your home so you're not constantly in chaos. That could be a morning routine of cleaning, an afternoon routine, whatever it may be. Keep your home to your standard. However, don't let the laundry being piled up keep you from running your business, because there are going to be days where you do have to choose between clean countertops and your business. And I don't know about you, but I would choose the one that's making me money. The last tip we are going to dive into here is to make the most out of your time and be intentional in everything you are doing. So often we mindlessly accomplish our to-do list at the expense of true, intentional, present emotional connection with our children and our husbands. And yes, I know you're busy and your children can play by themselves, but I'm telling you, they shouldn't always have to. And by giving your children that one-on-one, true, present, emotional connection, you are going to minimize disruptions from them when you are getting important work done. So please be intentional with everything you're doing. Be intentional when you're working. Have a set place to work. Have that be your time. But also when it's time to be with your kids, maybe put the laptop away, mama. That's all I'm saying. Or maybe shut down Instagram for a little bit. And I promise you, you are going to see such a huge benefit. Okay, so we went through 4 tips today. These are going to be your tips, your survival guide to conquering motherhood and being a business owner. So let's go ahead and do a recap. Number 1, recognize and respect the season you are in. 2, ditch the unrealistic expectations. 3, perfection can be your own worst enemy. And 4, make the most out of your time and be intentional. So, with these tips, you are now equipped to implement them into your life. Be intentional, ditch the expectations, do away with perfection, and just conquer it all, because I know motherhood is hard. Owning a business is hard. At the end of the day, we all have a why. We all know why we are doing this, and we all know that it is worth it. So you can conquer it. I know when I was starting being a mom and I was starting to own my business, it was really hard, and I did not have a resource that I felt adequately prepared me to conquer such a big task. But here it is. Here's your survival guide. Go ahead and conquer everything in your business and your life.